I didn't say anything. Sorry. I grabbed it from the pile. It's the old one.
Oh. Probably got. Notice yesterday our A values were all 1. Today is going to be our first example of when we have a 2 or something other than a 1. So we get to 1, figure out how to graph this before we move forward. This one doesn't have a left to right, so what's our HK? Okay, so that means my vertical asymptote is what? So to graph it and to write it, we usually use the same steps. Vertical asymptote is x equals 0, correct? So we're going to go down through here and we're going to mark our y-axis as an asymptote. Now keep, as a reminder, that vertical asymptote is one we don't ever cross. It is an interruption in our domain. That's how we know it's not a polynomial, right? Because polynomials have a domain of all real numbers. What about horizontally? Did we have a horizontal asymptote yesterday? We did. This one told us more about the end behavior, though. You could cross it. We haven't had a situation yet where we will cross it, but it's coming next week. So this one's going to be y equals 0. And then, of course, I want you to know yesterday we went right here and right here, correct? And that was our first point, and then we could go ahead and sketch it. What I'd like for you to notice is no matter which way you go, it's 1, 1, right? Either way, I went 1 to the right, 1 up, right? Okay, so when it's a 2, well, let's make a table so that we can see how that would change. So I'm going to change my color for this one. My table, let's go with, what numbers did I do? Let's do -2, -1, -1/2, 0, 1/2, 1, and 2. So if you plug in -2, what do you get? If you plug in -1, okay, if you plug in -1/2, keep, change, flip. -4. 0 is undefined, right? And for this one, it's the middle of our asymptotes. What about 1/2? These will just go in the same order, 4, 2, 1. Basically, all we've done is taken our y values and multiply them by 2. And I know that because take a look at this one. I'm supposed to go 1, 2. Take a look at this one. I'm supposed to go -1, -2. If I did -2, I'm supposed to go -1. So do you see how each one of those points, do you see how that point that was at 1, 1 moved 2 away in both directions? So this one's going to be over here as well. What do you think would happen if it was 3? They would go even further from the origin. They'd go 3 away, right? Okay, so then what's the end behavior? Right end behavior as x goes to infinity? As x goes to -infinity? In both cases, as we go out there forever, it's approaching 0. As we go out here forever, y is approaching 0. Is it ever going to equal 0? No, it's going to get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, so much so that we wouldn't even be able to tell it wasn't on top of it. But it'll never touch it. Okay? We okay with that one? So if you have an a value that's not 1, can you handle that one? This is count away from it. Okay, so now looking at the next one, let's start in the exact same place. Do we have a vertical asymptote? Can you put it on your graph? This particular graph, you need to know what type it is. Is this, why is that not with me? There we go. Is this one the x or the x squared? X. So this is going to be y equals a over x minus h plus k. So our vertical asymptote is where? So we got x equals 0. And remember, that's an h value. Do we have a horizontal asymptote? Something they approach, but they're never going to touch. Okay, so it goes right along here. And that means there's that hk, right? So y equals 3. This is our k. So h is 0, k is 3. Now we have to figure out what a is. Now I want to remind you, you could figure out a by taking a point and plugging it in. Or can you figure it out by way of counting at this point? If I look at it, it goes 1 over, right? And then it goes down 2. It's supposed to go 1 over and up 1. So what do you think it was multiplied by? Totally was. So that means a is -2. So then if we wanted to write this, we can say y equals -2 over just x and then plus 3. Questions, problems with that? Nope, we think we got it. Okay, so let's look at our next one. This one's a little different. How so? This is our squared. So this one goes y equals a x minus h squared plus k. The reason you know it's squared is because they're together. Okay? If they're running together this way or together that way, then it's going to be the x squared. Do you expect the a value to be positive or negative in this case? Positive. Okay, so let's start off in the exact same place. What is our vertical asymptote? -3. Now we have a horizontal, a value that as it goes out to infinity to the right or the left, what y value is it approaching? Which one? Y equals -4. Good. When I look for my a value, I can start right here and I can go, does it look like it's 1, 1? So then what's the a value? Okay, so that's easy. So then if we wrote our equation, it'd be y equals 1 over insiders lie, so plus 3, and then -4. We okay with that? Okay, so what if, what's this one? That's a 1, 1 as well. If you wanted to plug in, so say you're looking at it and you couldn't quite tell. Okay, you counted over the 1 and it was somewhere in between, like half or a third. You don't have to guess, do you? You can, let's see, do we have one over here that's doing that? No. 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 Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so you see how I end up there on this one? Am I positive that that's a -3? Looks like it might be. We could do y equals, and we have our a over x minus h plus k. In this case, we have x equals 2, or h equals 2. And then it's what? 1. And then you could just plug in a point. So you need to find a pretty point. This one looks like a pretty point. So if I plug in that pretty point, then I could solve for A. Okay. Just want to remind you that we can do that as well. Okay, take a look at this one. See if you can find your vertical asymptote. You're looking for a vertical asymptote, a horizontal asymptote, and then see if by looking at it, you can figure out what A is. So if I were to plot HK, it's at 4, -2, which means it is shifted right 4 and down 2. My A value when I counted is 1, 1. So if I were to write this, it's 1 over x minus 4 minus 2. Is everybody okay with that? How do we know these are rational equations or rational graphs? We know that it's not a polynomial because it has a break. When you look at the equation, how do you know it's a rational function? How are you going to know it's a rational function instead of a quadratic, a cubic, all that other stuff? You have an x in the denominator. That makes it a rational function. Because it is a rational function, we're getting that asymptote, and that's causing our breaks. Questions about any of that? Yes, ma'am.
What if your A value is a fraction?
Then you're probably going to find it by doing the solving thing. So I think one of them you might have a 1/2. Okay. So once you finish this, I'm going to have the factoring up on the board for you.